it's Paige, and today we are going to be drawing some baby ducklings in a pond. And if you have rubber duckies, it kind of looks like that. They're just baby ducks. So that's what we're going to be drawing today. Okay. All right. So, as you can see here, we have 3 ducks, and you can see some waves around them. And so we're going to make sure that when we draw it, it looks like they're in kind of water that you can see some mirroring on. So for our first duck, we're going to go to the middle of our paper and we're going to draw an arch for its head. So just a little arch. We're going to go a rainbow, just like that. Just like that. It's going to be equal on both sides. Perfect. All right. Now we're going to draw its beak. Its beak is going to come in like that, like a little wave. Comes in, down, in. Almost like a stretched out S. Come down. All right. From this point here, we're going to do a diagonal line coming down, and then curve it in, and then connect it to this line that you drew coming down. Perfect. And then we'll do a little line close to the bottom there for the rest of it, for his beak. And do a little line in there for his nose. Perfect. Now, in this little notch that you drew here, you can add an eyeball. Add an eyeball, which is just a circle, and another circle in the middle. And actually, I'm going to draw my eyeball like this. It's going to be looking up. Perfect. You can add a little scruff on his head for some hair on the top of his head, like feathers. Perfect. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to continue this line here in just a little bit. Continue the line in just a little bit. Perfect. You're also going to continue your rainbow. It's going to curve in, so go down, straight down, and curve it in. Awesome. Okay. So, from this, we've drawn our head, and we've started to draw our neck, so now we're going to go to the back of him. When we're looking down at him, we don't see his full body, but we're going to go to the side of this line here and start going for sideways. You're going to go straight out sideways, and you're going to do a little point. So I did a little curve. I went out, I went down a little bit, and then I went up. Okay. Curve this line off. Do a little curve. All right. Now we're going to curve it down diagonally, and then we're going to curve it and go straight across your paper, and keep going until you hit maybe where the line inside the beak starts. Keep going straight across. All right, now we're going to curve it up to our beak. Perfect. Do you see how this side almost looks like a lemon? Looks like the end of a lemon? That's how we did it. And then we went across and then curved it back up to our beak. All right, for our wing, this little duckling's wing, we're just going to do a diagonal line like this. And then we're going to do a smiley face. Just like that. Diagonal line connected to a smiley face. There's our wing. Good job. There's our first duck. All right, our next 2 are kind of tricky, so stay with me. All right, we're going to do the one on the right. We're going to draw another rainbow. Kind of on the side here, like in the middle of this space here, in between your middle duck and the end of your paper. Draw another rainbow, another arch. Add some feathers on its head. And we're going to do our beak kind of different. We're going to do it like a greater than sign, just like this, a sideways V, if you will. From this point, you're going to go a diagonal line out, straight out, and then you're going to kind of curve it in. Do a shallow smiley face in. Perfect. Then add a circle and an eyeball for its eye. He's got a big eye, that one does. Okay. Now you're going to go to the left side of your first rainbow that you drew, and you're going to extend it a little bit. You're going to make it a little bit longer. All right. Add the chin, which is just going to be a smiley face shape. That's for the chin of the duck. Okay. You know how you extended your left side of your rainbow? We're going to add an arch to that. That's going to be like its shoulder. So you extended your rainbow and you do an arch. That's its shoulder. Okay. For the back of the duck, we're going to go out the side of its neck and just do a kind of a curved line across until you hit the middle duckling. Perfect. There's the back of our duck. Okay. Now for its belly, we're going to go from our chin. We're going to do a diagonal line out, and then we're going to curve it in and under, and just go straight across until you hit your middle duck. Perfect. We went diagonal line out, curved it so that it's a straight line going across. Perfect. Now for our wing, we're just going to do a half of a smiley face, just like that. We only did part of it, and then we went straight out until we hit the duck on the middle. Perfect. There's our second duck. Now our third duck is over here. We're going to do another rainbow for the top of its head. Go kind of to the space. Go just as tall as this second one is and do another rainbow. Just like that, another rainbow. Add some feathers at the top of his head. Extend down this side of the rainbow. Extend the line down. And I went straight and then I curved it in just a little bit. Okay. We're going to add another little curved line here. So you went to the side of it where you've extended your rainbow and you went a curved line down. All right, you see this intersection here between your two lines? You're going to add a third line that goes diagonally up. This is going to be its tail. From that line, you're coming down, do a little curve out, and then curve back in. We went down, and it's like almost you stretched an S this way. Curved in, out, in. Just like that. Okay. For our beak, we're going to go to the left side of our first rainbow here, and we're going to go a diagonal line out, and we're going to curve it in and go straight in. Continue that line for its chin. We're going to do a little smiley face for its chin. Just a little curve, just like that, going up. And we're going to add, it doesn't have to be a perfectly straight line. It can be a little bit of a curved line here for its beak. A little line in there for its nose. All right, now add a circle for the eyeball. And this one can be looking up. We're going to make our eyeball looking up. Perfect. Go to your beak and your chin and where they intersect, and we're going to do a straight line down. All right. Now to finish this duck off, we're just going to do like part of a circle. You're going to start from here, and you're going to pretend like you're drawing a circle, but you're only going to you're going to go until you hit this first duck here. You're not going to go through the duck. You're going to stop at the first duck because this one is in front. Perfect. So there's our three little duckies. What we're going to do now is draw the waves that they swim, they move in the water and the water moves with them. It's like when you see a boat, when it goes through water, it makes waves. It's kind of like this. The ducklings make waves. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the very side here of our duck on the left. We're going to go out, horizontal line out. And then we're going to curve it in. And what we're going to do is go right until a little before you hit this next duck. Perfect. Now we're going to do the same thing with this duck. Start from the side. Go out, curve it in, go right underneath the duck, and we're going to curve it into our duck again. It's like we're drawing a little circle around him. Perfect. Start from this circle, go out, and then we go into our duck. Perfect. Now we're going to do the same thing again, but this is going to be kind of, so it's all one. We're not going to end our circles. So we're going to go out from the side, a little bit outside. We're going to go a little bit farther, and we're going to go around, following our first circle that we drew, and we're going to stop right before. And we're going to continue that, following our lines that we drew. And we're going to follow it, and stop. All right, then we're going to follow it, and then come back into our duck. Perfect. So there's our little waves around our ducklings. Okay. Now we're going to draw our water line. Go to the side of your duck, your very right side, and do a line coming out. If you have a space like I do, kind of right there, and your water, if you imagine your line going all the way across your paper, and you have a space here, you can draw your line there too. I didn't do that on my first one, but it looks like my water is right there. Okay, and I'm going to pretend that line goes through, and I'm going to continue it on the other side of my paper. I don't want to make my water go through my ducks, because my ducks are on top of the water. Okay. Now, we want to make our water look like it's moving, like it has some shine on it, like it's reflecting the sun, so that's why it's lighter. We're going to add kind of some stretched out zigzag lines, just like this. Just like that. They don't have to be perfect. Okay, just like that. Then we're going to add another one right here, and we're only going to go part way. Then we're going to come back in, and we're going to go down, and then we're going to go diagonally up, maybe in a little bit, just like that. So I'm just making like some lines. I'm just drawing some lines. All right, now we're going to do one more at the bottom here, just some lines across my paper. Okay. Now, for our lily pad, that's what the flower is on. It's a lily pad. That's what they're called. They're big leaves that these flowers sit on. We're going to draw a really flat oval. We're going to start by drawing a little line out. Curve it in. Do a small little baby curve. Curve it out like this. Go a line across. Then we're going to do a diagonal line going up. Do a line coming straight out. So it looks like a peak, but then we went sideways like that. We stretched it out. Then do a C like this, or a backward C. Perfect. There's our lily pad. And our flower is going to sit on top of it. So what I did for my flower was I did a bunch of spikes. I did a bunch of V's connected to each other. I did one layer like that. Okay. Now I did a layer kind of coming out of some V's like this. I did them not as stretched out, like that. Then I did one kind of coming up a little bit. Then I did one going way up, just like that. Just a bunch of these, all pointy. It's like a pointy flower, just like that. Perfect. Now for our sky, what we're gonna do is do a big cloud. So you're gonna draw a cloud like this, and don't finish it. Leave a little bit on the right side, the bottom right corner, you're not gonna finish. Then from this line here, we're gonna connect a bigger cloud to it. Keep going with that cloud until it gets back underneath it, like that. Looks like two clouds they've connected themselves to each other. All right, now draw a part of a circle. It's like a fourth of a circle or a third of a circle. It's just part of a circle. Okay, let's draw our other cloud over here. Just like a cotton ball, just like that. A bunch of little loops, a bunch of little curves connected to each other. It's just like a cotton ball. We'll add some lines in there to make it look like a cloud. Some little tiny curves in there to make them look like clouds. Perfect. Now finally, we have rays coming from our sun. A bunch of lines, they're a bunch of rays. We're going all around our clouds. You can make them really long or really short, just like that. Bunch of rays. Just a bunch of them, all coming outside of our sun. Perfect. All right, to color our ducklings and to color our pond, what I did was I made the center one a little bit lighter than the outside ones. I made these ones a little bit more orangey. Not all ducklings are bright yellow. Some of them are a little more orangey. Some of them might even be dirty from the mud that they're going through, following their mama. For my pond, I did my circles around these different colors because they're reflecting the light differently. And so when you do it different colors, it looks like they're making waves. So I did them different colors of blue. I did this a dark blue, and I did this maybe a lighter blue, and this a dark blue. Okay, our beaks are going to be orange, a darker orange. And then my sky, I did a really light blue that's different from my water. If you make the sky look like the water, it's just going to be confusing because then you have clouds in your water. You don't want clouds in your water. You don't want the sun in your water, so I made them look different. In my lily, I did pink and a green lily pad. My lily was pink, but you can do it any color you want. You can make it a purple lily. You can make it an orange lily, a pink lily, whatever you want. Perfect. And then after that, you've pretty much finished your drawing. This is kind of a hard one, but be super proud of it. I'm sure it looks beautiful. I'm sure it looks really good. So good job, you guys. And I will be seeing you next time. Bye.